this particular Senate and this statement that the Honorable Senator will be seeking will be able to provide answers and perhaps a way forward with regards to the suspension of those services. Senator Edwin Sifuna has chambers entrance in any. Now we will be able to see the speakers. The speaker makes his way into the chambers, then the prayer will be said, and after the chair is taken, if the House has not quorated, then a quorum bell will be rung for 10 minutes, as is the House tradition and as provided for in the House Standing Order, for members to be able to make their way into the chambers and allow the House attain that required quorum. The Senator for Migori County, Honorable Eddie Okech, also has a statement that he will be seeking from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget this afternoon, and this is with regards to the lack of transparency in the financial operations of Migori County government. The Senator for Uasin Gishu County, Honorable Jackson Mandago, will also seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. This is with regards to the status of purchase of wheat from Kenyan farmers. That is the procession of the Speaker of the Senate. The mess is ahead, and right behind is Honorable Lamason Jeffakingi. That is the Speaker of the Senate, making his way into the chambers. He will be presiding over this afternoon's sitting. Allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast that is brought to you by PBU in partnership with KBC. My name is Kamche Menza. Good afternoon.
Na tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu, tukusihi tutazame kwa neema nyingi na baraka sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuitwa kwa nyadhifa za uongozi katika jamhuri hii yetu. Tukuomba utuajalie tuyatende na kufikia mambo yote atakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Clerk, do we have quorum? Sergeant at Arms, kindly ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
The prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, the House, as you can see, has not quorated for it to be able to commence its business. At least 15 senators should be inside the chambers. But as you can see on your screens, barely 5 senators are in, or 10 senators. So that is a bell to alert the members who may be within the precincts of Parliament to be able to make their way and join their colleagues who are already inside the chambers and enable the House attain that required quorum of at least 15 senators in order for it to be able to commence its business. And this is as provided for in the House Standing Order. If the quorum is not present, then that or rather if the quorum is not achieved at the end or at the lapse of the quorum bell, the House risks to be adjourned. However, we hope that the quorum will be achieved. I've seen Senator Dan Manzo, who has just also made his way into the chamber. Remember, the sergeant at arms as well as the clerks are keeping tabs with the members. Once that quorum is achieved, then the House will be called to order, and I will, without any further delay, hand these proceedings back to the House for your consideration. This afternoon, the Honorable Senator for Kiambu County, pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 53, paragraph 1, where senators seek statements from various standing committees on matters either of county, inter-county, national, regional, or even international concern, may be able to seek statements from various standing committees. This afternoon, the Honorable Senator for Kiambu County, Senator Karungo Thangwa, will seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Energy regarding electricity disconnections and state of operations at the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, commonly referred to as KPLC. The Honorable nominated Senator, Honorable Esther Okenyuri, will also seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare regarding the poor enforcement of anti-human trafficking laws. More senators have just made their way into the chambers. Lamu Senator, Mandera Senator, as well as Kakamega Senator, Honorable Boni Halwale, who is also the majority whip. At this point, when the House is seeking to raise quorum, this is the point that the leadership or the whip also whips the members who have not made their way into the chambers to get to the chamber so that that quorum can be raised. And therefore, we expect that more members will be able to get into the chambers. The Honorable Senator for Migori County, Eddie Okech, also has another statement that he'll be seeking from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget. This is with regards to the settlement of pending bills by the County Executive of Migori County Government. That is the entrance of the Senate chambers. That is the Deputy Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Kathuri Murungi, has made his way. Senator
Honorable
Eddie.
Senators, I'm told we do have quorum now, so we'll start the day's business. Clerk, you may proceed to call the first order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Senator for Makueni, kindly take your seat. Now, honorable senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon, visiting students and teachers from Iwagi Comprehensive School and Karaguririo Comprehensive School, Nyeri County. The delegation comprises of 89 students and 12 teachers who are undertaking a study tour to the Senate at the invitation of the Senator for Nyeri County, Senator Wamatinga Wahome MP. Honorable senators, on behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to them and wish them all the best during their visits. Also, I'd wish to acknowledge the presence in the Speaker's Gallery this afternoon, 7 young men and women who are undertaking an internship program in the Senate. Honorable senators, the objective of this program is to provide young people with first-hand experience in the legislative processes and to expose them to the intricate world of public policy and public service. I request each in turn to stand when called out so that they may be acknowledged in the usual Senate tradition. Ms. Cynthia Waithera Geshimu, Mr. Hussein Halkano Huka, Ms. Caroline Nikirote, Mr. Brian Kerry Mayodi, Mr. Enoch Kibet Chelal, Ms. Gloria Rose Anyango, Ms. Emily Murabula, On behalf of the Senate and my own behalf, I wish them well during the program and in their future endeavors. I will ask the Deputy Speaker under 1 minute to welcome the delegation, to welcome the interns to the Senate. And as Senator Fonyeri takes his seat, immediately the Deputy Speaker is done, you can, under 1 minute, extend a word of welcome to the delegation from Nyeri County, in that order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity, Honorable Speaker, to really welcome our visitors who are in the Speaker's gallery this afternoon, Mr. Speaker. The 7 young men and women who are taking an internship program in the Senate, I really want to appreciate that they have also seen it wise to come to the Senate to get more experience. And I really request them also to move to all departments of the Senate, so they can be able to understand what happens to the Senate. We have so many departments which you can be able to move and learn. And also, when you are around, keep yourself with a lot of discipline, hold yourself with a lot of honesty, and whatever you do it nicely. You learn a lot in the future. If you are supervisor, for example, if your supervisor is happy with you, in the report that they will do for you, then in the future you become a good candidate even to come back and work in the Senate. So I wish you well as you undertake your internship program, and all the best.
Give me the mic. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to welcome students from Ihuagi Primary School in Nyeri County, Madera Sub-County, and Karagorerio School in Mukurweini. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is in such a excursion, it's in such a outings and learning expeditions that kids get inspired. I do want to take this opportunity to welcome to the Senate. This is the upper house that deliberates and regulates and oversights the functionalities of the county government. Indeed, I hope that your visit today will be an inspiration so that in the future you would want to join us as a Senate. And I want to tell you, it is your determination and hard work and sheer obedience that makes you become what you want to be. In this house, we are 67 senators from all the 47 counties, and we live like brothers and sisters, ensuring that we promote devolution, because the future of this country depends on successful devolution. Once more, welcome to the Senate. Asante.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the Senate today, the 6th March 2025. The Environmental Management and Coordination Control Substances Regulations, Legal Notice number 53 of 2025, Reports of the Auditor General on Financial Statements of Nyeri County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Nyeri, County Assembly of Nyeri, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Nyeri, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Nyeri, Nyeri Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Members, Scheme Fund, Nyeri County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Staff, Nyeri County Elimu Fund, Nyeri County Enterprise Development Fund, Nyeri County Climate Change Fund, Dekut Enterprises Company, County Government of Nyeri, Nyeri County Health Services, Nyeri County Referral Hospital, Karatina Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Nyeri, Othaya Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Nyeri. Mount Kenya Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Nyeri. Mathira Water and Sanitation Water Limited Company, County Government of Nyeri. Nyeri Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Nyeri. Tetu Aberdare Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Nyeri. Othaya Mukurweini Water and Sanitation Private Limited Company, County Government of Nyeri. Narumoru Water Sanitation and Company Limited, County Government of Nyeri. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Embu County for the year ended 30 June 2024. County Executive of Embu, County Assembly of Embu, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Embu, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of Embu, Embu County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Committee Members, Scheme Fund, County Assembly of Embu Car Loan and Mortgage, Staff Scheme Fund, Embu County Education Support Fund, Embu County Emergency Fund, Embu County Youth Trust Fund, Embu County Climate Change Fund, Embu Municipality Fund, Embu Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Embu, Embu Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Embu, Gagaka Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Embu, Ngandori Water and Sanitation Company Limited, PLC, County Government of Embu, Kieni Water and Sewerage Company Limited, County Government of Embu. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Tana River County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Government of Tana River, County Executive of Tana River, County Assembly of Tana River, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Tana River, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of Tana River, County Assembly of Tana River Car Loan and Mortgage Fund, Tana River County Staff Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Tana River County Emergency Fund, Tana River County Ward Bursary Fund, Tana River County Inuka Fund, County Government of Tana River Disaster Risk Management Fund, Tana River County Climate Change Fund, Municipality of Hola, County Government of Tana River Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Garissa County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Government of Garissa, County Executive of Garissa, County Assembly of Garissa, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Garissa, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of Garissa, Embu County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme, Committees Members, Scheme Fund, Garissa County Emergency Fund, Garissa Revolving Fund, Garissa County Scholarship Fund, Garissa County Climate Change Fund, Municipality of Dadaab, County Government of Garissa, Municipality of Garissa, County Government of Garissa, Municipality of Masalani, County Government of Garissa, Garissa County Level 4 Teaching and Referral Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Ijara Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Bura Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Balambala County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Dadaab Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Iftin Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Modogashe Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Hulago Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Garissa, Garissa Water and Sewerage Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Baringo County for the year ended 30th June 2024, Baringo County Climate Change Fund and Baringo County Climate Change Fund. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kakamega County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Kakamega, County Assembly of Kakamega, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Kakamega, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statement, County Government of Kakamega, Kakamega County Assembly Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Kakamega County Education Fund, Kakamega County Emergency Fund, Kakamega County Alcoholic Drinks and Drinks Control Fund, Kakamega County Small Scale Trade Development Fund, Kakamega County Agricultural Input Fund, Kakamega County Microfinance Corporation, Kakamega County Dairy Development Corporation, Kakamega County Investment and Development Agency, Kakamega County Climate Change Fund, Kakamega County Maternal Child Health and Family Planning Fund, Kakamega County Health Services Fund for the 14 months, Kakamega Municipality, Mumias Municipality, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company Limited, Kakamega County Rural Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of West Pokot County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Executive of West Pokot, County Assembly of West Pokot, County Revenue Fund, County Government of West Pokot, Receive of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of West Pokot County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Members Fund, West Pokot County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, West Pokot County Assembly Staff Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, West Pokot County Bursary Education Development and Infrastructure Fund, West Pokot County Cooperative Development Fund, West Pokot County Climate Change Fund, Kapenguria Municipality Board, County Government of West Pokot, Cheparedia Municipality, County Government of West Pokot, Kapenguria County Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of West Pokot, Cheparedia Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of West Pokot, Sigor Sub-County Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of West Pokot, Kapenguria Water and Sanitation Services Company Limited, County Government of West Pokot. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of West Pokot County Climate Change Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Trans Nzoia County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Executive of Trans Nzoia, County Assembly of Trans Nzoia, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Trans Nzoia, Receive of Revenue, Revenue Statements, Trans Nzoia County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, County Public Service Board, County Elimu Bursary Fund, County Nawiri Fund, County Youth and Women Development Fund, County Climate Change Fund for the 14 months, Municipality of Kitale County Government of Trans Nzoia, Kitale County Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Trans Nzoia, Trans Nzoia County Assembly, Members and Staff Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Nyandarua County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Executive of Nyandarua, County Assembly of Nyandarua, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Nyandarua, Receive of Revenue, County Government of Nyandarua, Nyandarua County Executive, State and Public, Officers Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Nyandarua County Emergency Fund, Nyandarua County Bursary Fund, Nyandarua County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund staff, Nyandarua County Climate Change Fund, Olkalau Municipality, County Government of Nyandarua, Engineer Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Nyandarua, Olkalau Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Nyandarua, Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Nyandarua. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the County of Uasin Gishu for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Uasin Gishu, County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Uasin Gishu, Receive of Revenue Fund, County Government of Uasin Gishu, Uasin Gishu County Assembly Mortgage and Car Loan Scheme Fund, Uasin Gishu County Staff Mortgage and Car Loan Scheme Fund, Uasin Gishu County Education Revolving Fund, Uasin Gishu County Inua Biashara Fund, Uasin Gishu County Government Emergency Fund, Uasin Gishu County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund, Uasin Gishu County Cooperative Enterprise Development Fund, Uasin Gishu County Bursary and Skills Development Fund, Uasin Gishu County Climate Change Fund, Municipality of Eldoret, County Government of Uasin Gishu, Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Uasin Gishu. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statement of the County of Kitui for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Executive of Kitui, County Assembly of Kitui, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Kitui, Receive of Revenue, County Government of Kitui, Kitui Assembly Car and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Members, Kitui County Assembly Service Board Employees Car and Mortgage Fund Schemes, Kitui County Empowerment Fund, Kitui County Textile Center, Kitui County Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Kueso Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kisui, Githuka Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Katulani Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Migwani Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Siekuru Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Nu Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Mutumo Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Kayangi Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Mwingi Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Zombe Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Igaga Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Mutitu Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Kawi Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Kitui, Kitui Water and Sanitation Company, Kiambere Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Nandi County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Nandi, County Assembly of Nandi, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Nandi, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of Nandi, Nandi County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Nandi County Assembly Scheme Fund, Nandi County Emergency Fund, Nandi County Education Fund, Nandi County Facilities Improvement Fund, Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund, Nandi County Climate Change Fund, Kapsabet Municipality, County Government of Nandi, Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, County Government of Nandi, Nandi Hills Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Nandi, Metieti Sub-County Hospital, County Government of Nandi, Kapsabet Nandi Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Narok County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Narok, County Assembly of Narok, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Narok, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Narok, Narok County Assembly, Car Loan, Grants and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Narok County Bursary Management Fund, Narok County Alcoholic Drinks and Regulation and Control Fund, Narok County Referral Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Narok, Narok Water and Sewerage Services Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the Kisii County for the year ended 30th June 2024. County Executive of Kisii, County Assembly of Kisii, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Kisii, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Kisii, Kisii County Emergency Fund, Kisii County Loans and Mortgages Fund, Kisii County Assembly Members Loan and Mortgage Fund, Kisii County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund, Kisii County Veterinary Services Development Fund, Kisii County Bursary Fund, Kisii County COVID-19 Emergency Fund, Kisii Demonstration Farm Fund, Kisii County Health Facilities Improvement Fund, Kisii County Climate Change Fund, Kisii Municipality County Government of Kisii, Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital, Gusii Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Mandera County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Mandera, County Assembly of Mandera, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Mandera, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Mandera, Mandera County Education Bursary Fund, Mandera County Climate Change Fund, Mandera Municipality, Elwak Municipality, Mandera County Referral Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Takaba Sub-County Referral Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Lafi Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Ramu Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Kutulo Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Banisa Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Mandera. Elwak Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Mandera, Mandera Water and Sewerage Company Limited, County Government of Mandera, Elwak Water and Sanitation Company Limited, County Government of Mandera. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Turkana County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Turkana, County Assembly of Turkana, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Turkana, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Turkana, Turkana County Assembly, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Members, Scheme Fund, Turkana County Executive, State and Public Officers Car Loan and Mortgage Fund, Turkana County Assembly, Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund staff, Turkana County Youth Enterprise Fund, Turkana Youth Emergency Fund, Turkana County Biashara Fund, Turkana County Cooperative Enterprise Development Fund, Turkana County Youth and Women Empowerment Fund, Turkana County Education and Skills Fund, Turkana County COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund, Turkana County Climate Change Fund, Municipality of Lodwar, Kakuma Kalobei Municipality, Lodwar County Referral Hospital, County Government of Turkana, Lopiding Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Turkana, Lokitang Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Turkana, Lodwar Water and Sanitation Company Limited, Turkana Water Services Fund. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the County of Meru for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive of Meru, County Assembly of Meru, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Meru, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statements, County Government of Meru, Meru County Revenue Fund, Meru Staff Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund, Meru County Executive Staff Housing Fund, County Assembly of Meru members, County Assembly of Meru members for members Car Loan and Housing Scheme Fund, Meru County Microfinance Corporation, Meru County Alcoholic Drinks Control Board, Meru County Investment Corporation, Meru Youth Services Fund, Meru County Climate Change Fund, Meru Water and Sewerage Services Company Limited, Meru County Rural Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Mombasa County for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Executive, County Assembly of Mombasa, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Mombasa, Receiver of Revenue, County Government of Mombasa, Mombasa County Assembly, Car Loan and Mortgage Fund, Mombasa County Elimu Scheme, Mombasa County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund, Mombasa Investment Corporation, Mombasa County Consolidated Revolving Fund, Mombasa Water Supply and Sanitation Company Limited. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the County of Samburu for the year ended 30th June 2024, County Government, County Executive of Samburu, County Assembly of Samburu, County Revenue Fund, County Government of Samburu, Receiver of Revenue, Revenue Statement, County Government of Samburu, Samburu County Executive Staff Mortgage Members Scheme Fund, Samburu County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Fund, Samburu County Communities Conservancies Fund, Samburu County Bursary Fund, Samburu County Youth and Women Enterprise Fund, Samburu County Persons Living with Disability Fund, Samburu County Persons Living with Disability Fund, Samburu County Financing Locally Led Climate Action Fund, Samburu County Teaching and Referral Hospital, County Government of Samburu, Samburu Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Samburu County Financing Locally Led Climate Action Program for year ended 30th June 2023. Reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the Nyamira County for the year ended 30th June 2024, Nyamira County Referral Hospital, County Government of Nyamira, Masaba District Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Nyamira, Manga Sub-County Level 4 Hospital, County Government of Nyamira. I beg to lay.
Before I allow the clerk to call the next order, Honorable Senators, allow me to make this communication. Senator for Makueni and Kitui County. I'd like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of visiting students and teachers from Bukuria. I hope Senator Eddie have pronounced that right. Bukuria School. and Junior Academy, Migori County. The delegation comprises of 50 students and 6 teachers who are undertaking a study tour to the Senate. Honorable Senators, on behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them all the best during their visit. I will allow the Senator for Migori County under 1 minute, Senator, to extend a word of welcome.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. This is a very special group, definitely, Mr. Speaker. I know you have stressed under 1 minute, I'm going to keep it under 1 minute to welcome them to the Senate. But Mr. Speaker, this is a group that you should meet because they are from Keancha, actually, in Kuria West constituency. And some of the most marginalized communities that we have in this country. And I'm very proud to see them here today because I started my journey also in the same area in a place called Kiburanga Primary in Kuria as an adopted young man by the Kuria community. And today I'm here in the Senate courtesy of the journey that we have traveled. Sasa nawakaribisha, if you allow me, Mr. Speaker, nawakaribisha kwamba mkue katika hii Senate kwa usawa na siku moja pia nyinyi huenda mkawa pia maseneta na president wa hii country. Asante sana.
Senator Eddie, I do want to rule out of order in front of your constituents. I'll allow you to get away with that. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Statements pursuant to Standing Order 52-1. Honorable Senator Hezena.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise pursuant to the Standing Order 52-1 to make a statement on a matter of general topical concern, namely the state of insecurity in Samburu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, on Thursday, 27th of February 2025, along the Maral-Baragoi Road, a public service vehicle was ambushed by armed criminals, resulting in the tragic loss of 2 lives and serious injuries to several others. I strongly condemn this cowardly act and extend my deepest condolences to the families of the victims. I also wish a swift recovery to those who sustained injuries in the attack. Mr. Speaker, sir, this attack is yet another painful reminder of the persistent insecurity that continues to plague the Samburu County, particularly in Baragoi and its surrounding areas. For years, the people of Samburu have lived in fear, subjected to banditry, highway attacks, and cattle rustling that has threatened their peace, security, and economic well-being. It is unacceptable that in 2025, Kenyans are still losing their lives to armed criminals while simply going about their daily activities. Mr. Speaker, sir, even more concerning is that this particular road has remained a dangerous hotspot despite repeated calls for enhanced security measures in the region. The failure to address this long-standing issue effectively has emboldened criminals, leaving innocent citizens vulnerable. This state of affairs should not be allowed to continue. Mr. Speaker, sir, the people of Samburu deserve peace and the right to move freely without the constant fear of ambushes and killings. We must not normalize such attacks. The time to act is now. Our people cannot continue to suffer in silence while criminals operate with impunity. I reaffirm my commitment to advocating for the security and well-being of the people of Samburu and will continue to engage relevant authorities to ensure lasting solutions are implemented. Mr. Speaker, sir, I therefore call upon the Ministry for Interior and National Administration, along with all relevant security agencies, to take immediate and decisive action to restore peace and stability in the region. Specifically, I urge the government to 1, deploy additional security personnel along the Maral-Baragoi Road to ensure safety of travelers and residents. 2, to strengthen intelligence operations to preempt and neutralize criminal elements before they strike. Thirdly, to hold accountable those responsible for these heinous acts and ensure justice for the victims. And last but not least, to fast-track long-term interventions to permanently eradicate banditry and highway insecurity in Samburu County. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senator Hamida Kibwana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my first statement is on the commemoration of International Women's Day 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52.1 to make a statement in commemoration of International Women's Day 2025. This day, Mr. Speaker, kindly protect me from Majority Leader.
Order. Majority Leader, welcome to Bunge.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52.1 to make a statement in commemoration of International Women's Day 2025. This day is not only a global celebration of the achievements of women, but also a solemn reminder of the work that still lies ahead in our quest for gender equality. Mr. Speaker, sir, this year's theme, Accelerate Action for Gender Equality, resonates deeply as we prepare for the 69th session of the Commission of the Status of the Women, CSW 69, where Kenyans' progress in implementing the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action will come under review. Mr. Speaker, Kenya has made commendable strides in advancing the women's agenda. The 2010 Constitution firmly enshrines gender equality, and we have witnessed increased representation of women in leadership, with 47 elected women representatives, 29 in single constituencies, and 12 nominated members in the National Assembly. In the Senate, we have 3 elected women senators and 18 nominated ones, and a historic 7 women elected as county governors. Mr. Speaker, sir, women now head 7 key ministries, including health, defense, lands, public works, housing, and urban development. Prominent women hold constitutional offices such as Attorney General, Auditor General, Controller of Budget, and Chief Justice. Additionally, women lead independent commissions like the National Gender and Equality Commission, NGEC, and the Commission of Administrative Justice, Office of the Ombudsman. We also celebrate the appointment of Chief Justice Martha Koome, the first woman to hold this esteemed position in our nation's history. Beyond leadership, Kenya has rolled out critical women empowerment programs such as the Women Enterprise Fund, Uwezo Fund, and the National Government Affirmative Action, GAF, which have collectively improved women's access to capital and fostered economic independence. Legislative, we have enacted the Sexual Offences Act, the Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act, and Protection Against Domestic Violence Act, all pivotal in protecting women's rights and addressing gender-based violence, GBV. Furthermore, gender desks in police stations and the establishment of gender-based violence recovery centers in hospitals are tangible steps in supporting survivors. Mr. Speaker, I am proud to highlight the impact work of the Kenya Women Senators Association, KEWOSA, has been in the front of mentoring women members of county assemblies, MCAs, having so far mentored women leaders from 7 counties. The initiative has empowered these women to effectively engage in legislative processes and leadership roles, strengthening the pipeline of future female leaders. Furthermore, KEWOSA has played a pivotal role in supporting women petty offenders who are unable to afford bail by facilitating the payment of their bill amounts. The compassionate initiative not only restores the dignity of these women, but also ensures that minor economic hardships do not unjustify rob them of their freedom. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the women senators for their unwavering support and invaluable contributions to these programs. Their collective efforts have made a meaningful difference in advancing women's empowerment and gender equality across the nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, while we acknowledge these strides, we must also confront the persistent challenges. The two-thirds gender rule remains an unfulfilled constitutional requirement, and gender-based violence continues to rob women and girls of their dignity and safety. Economic disparities still limit women's access to land ownership and formal financial systems. As we mark this important day, I call upon in the House and all stakeholders to, number one, expedite the full implementation of the two-thirds gender rule through legislative and policy action. Number two, strengthen women's economic empowerment by expanding access to affordable credit and financial literacy programs. Number three, invest in mentoring and leadership training for young women supported by KEWOSA and other platforms. Number four, enhance the fight against GBV in increasing funding of shelters, expanding gender desks, ensuring swift justice for survivors. And number five, ensure women's voices are integral to climate action and digital innovation fields. Mr. Speaker, empowering women means strengthening our nation. Let today serve not only as a celebration, but as a renewed call to action. Let us move counting women in leadership to making women in leadership count. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, kindly allow me to read the second one. But just before that, since it's Women's Day, I want to send my deep condolences to one of our sisters, Senator Betty Montet, who has lost her spouse, I think this afternoon. Some of our colleagues have rushed there, and we all want to go there for support. We wish her...
Go ahead and in the other statement, under 52.1.
Yeah, I'll go to the second one. The recent win by Bien Baraza as the best East African artist in the Tress Music Awards 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52.1 to make a statement of general topical concern, namely congratulating Bien Aim Baraza, an award-winning Kenyan music artist, for his outstanding achievement in winning the prestigious East African Best Musician titled as the Tress Music Awards. This remarkable feat is not only a personal triumph, but also a proud moment of Kenya, as it showcases the immense talent thriving within our creative and performing artists sector. Mr. Speaker, sir, Bien's success is a testament to the power of dedication, creativity, and resilience. It underscores the vital role that music and the arts play in shaping our cultural identity, inspiring the youth, and contributing to our nation's economy. His recognition on such a prominent regional platform, alongside the caliber of his competitors, Diamond Platinum, Tanzania, Joshua Baraka, Uganda, Harmonize, Tanzania, Rofan, Tanzania, Mario, Tanzania, Zuchu, Tanzania, and Nandi, Tanzania, highlights the potential of Kenya artists to compete and shine to the global stage. Mr. Speaker, sir, the achievement further brings to the light the critical role played by platforms such as the Tress Music Awards in nurturing and promoting local talent. Tress, established in 2003, is a global music and entertainment platform dedicated to promoting urban and contemporary African music. It originated from a cable TV network in France and has since grown into a powerful media brand, operating music channels, radio stations, and digital platforms across Africa and beyond. Tress has provided an individual stage for young artists, offering them the opportunity to showcase their creativity, expand their reach, and gain international recognition. It is through such opportunities that our youth are empowered to transform their artistic passions into meaningful careers. Mr. Speaker, sir, in light of this, I wish to urge the government to, number one, promote and incentivize the creative and performing artist sector by increasing funding, establishing mentorship programs, and providing grants for young artists. Number two, strengthen partnership with platforms like Trace and other stakeholders to create more avenues for Kenya talents to be showcased regionally and globally. Number three, incorporate arts education into schools' curricula to cultivate creativity and innovation among the youth from an early age. Number four, support the establishment of art hubs and music academies across the country to provide safe and a nurturing space for young creatives to learn and grow. Mr. Speaker, sir, as we celebrate BN's victory, let this moment serve as a reminder of the boundless potential within our youth and the need to invest in their talents by fostering the environment where art and creativity nourishes and flourish. We not only empower individual artists, but also strengthen Kenya's cultural and economic landscape. Congratulations once again to Ben Baraza. Your win is Kenya's win. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. And since you have mentioned our condolences to Betty Montens, to her as the senator, nominated senator, and to her family. So the Senate stands with her during this time of grief and sorrow. Now we go to statements and standing order 53-1. Senator James Murango. You, okay. The two statements. And that solidarity is so nice. Is your predecessor in the agriculture, former chair agriculture.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Request for statement on behalf of Senator James Murango, MP Senator for Kirinyaga County, on the suspension of health care services under Social Health Authority SHA insurance cover by private hospitals. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health regarding the suspension of healthcare services under Social Health Authority insurance cover by private hospitals affiliated with the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, RUFA. In the statement, the committee should, 1, state reasons for the suspension of healthcare services under the Social Health Authority SHA insurance cover by private hospitals affiliated to the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, explaining how this suspension affects access to healthcare services across the country. 2, explain any steps taken by the Ministry of Health to facilitate prompt resumption of normalcy in delivery of healthcare services in the affected facilities while the issues raised by RUFA are being addressed. And 3, outline the measures in place to facilitate the conclusive resolution of the issues raised by RUFA, as well as to prevent similar disruptions in future. Honorable Speaker, the second statement on the migration of Inua Jamii Program beneficiaries to the e-Citizen M-Pesa payment platform. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare regarding the challenges faced by beneficiaries of Inua Jamii Program following migration to the e-Citizen M-Pesa payment platform. In the statement, the committee should, 1, provide a progress report on the migration of Inua Jamii Program beneficiaries to the e-Citizen M-Pesa payment platform, particularly in Kirinyaga County. 2, outline the challenges encountered in the migration process and any actions taken to address them, stating what the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection is doing to ensure the new system is reconfigured to recognize identity card numbers held by many of the older citizens. And finally, 3, state whether the government has put in place measures to ensure that beneficiaries who are experiencing challenges migrating to the new system receive their benefits on time while the challenges are being addressed. Senator James Murango, MP, Senator for Kirinyaga County.
Who do you want to inform, Senator Boni Karwale, Majority Whip?
The Senator for Bungoma.
Why are you informing him now? And he was just reading a statement. Maybe
Yes.
you can get
Yes,
time
Mr.
to
Speaker.
interrogate that statement at the committee level.
Mr. Speaker, it will help the House. No, I do not want to comment on the statement. It will help the House. And the information, Mr. Speaker, very briefly, is that the statement sought on the issue of SHA, Mr. Speaker, has been overtaken by time because the chairman of the Kenya Rural and Urban
Now that
Hospitals.
is what you could have maybe made your comment during the comment time, not now. Senator Andy Okech, there are several still other statements.
Sema Baba. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today the majority leader is in a very high spirit, which is very good. But Mr. Speaker, also just allow me, through your honor, to convey my deepest condolences to our colleague, Senator Montet. She has been an industrious member of this House and recently elected a chair of education. And the loss of the spouse is really a painful one, and we say sorry. Let me proceed to my statement.
I will kind that maybe you'll create some time for that particular.
Absolutely, that would be highly appreciated, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker.
so that we can do some work. Then I will create some time for the condolences.
Highly, thank you for your kindness, Mr. Speaker. That would be very, very highly appreciated. Mr. Speaker, this is a request of a statement on lack of transparency in the financial operations of the Migori County government. And Mr. Speaker, through your honor, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget regarding the lack of transparency in the financial operations of Migori County government. In the statement, Mr. Speaker, the committee should, 1, provide a comprehensive breakdown of the expenditure relating to the Kenya shillings 309,677,292 that was withdrawn by the County Executive of Migori following the approval of Exchequer requisition number MIG/REC/VOL7 bracket 131 dated 30th June 2023. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, in the statement, the committee should provide a detailed account of expenditure by the county government of Migori on bursaries in the year 2023-2024 financial year, including copies of receipts for each payment or acknowledgement letters from the receiving schools, colleges, and universities. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, on the same breath, the committee should explain the legal basis for the economic empowerment initiative undertaken by the Migori County government in February 2025, where Kenya shillings 40 million was distributed to 400 community groups across Migori County. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, in the same breath of Standing Order number 53-1, if you allow me, Mr. Speaker, I would wish to further a request of a statement on the settlement of pending bills by the County Executive of Migori County Government Mr. Speaker, this follows a comprehensive visit together with the Finance and Budget Committee led by Senator Boni Alwale. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to rise further, pursuant to this standing order number 53-1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee of Finance and Budget and regarding the settlement of pending bills by the County Executive of Migori County. And in this statement, Mr. Speaker, the committee should, 1, explain how the Migori County government accumulated its pending bills, providing details on the procurement process, including documentation on the delivery and utilization of goods and services linked to these outstanding payments. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, state the amount of money set aside by the county government to settle pending bills during the year 2024-2025 financial year, including a detailed distribution of the amounts designated for each county department's pending bills. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, in the statement, the committee should provide a status update on the settlement of pending bills, thus afar outlining the county's payment plan for outstanding balances insofar. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Eddy. Honorable Senators, I want to make a communication on the visiting teachers and students from Sacho High School in Baringo County. Honorable Senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of visiting teachers and students from Sacho High School in Baringo County. The delegation comprises 3 teachers and 85 students who are in the Senate for a one-day academic exposition. Honorable Senators, in our ancient tradition of receiving and welcoming visitors to Parliament, I extend a warm reception, a welcome to them, and on behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, wish them a fruitful visit. Senator Mutinda, why are you raising your hand up? Yes, you did. Okay, go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to welcome the great, smart students, and as we can be able to see, and to really encourage you to pursue further. Education has no limit. It's the only thing, the only weapon that you can always pride it, and nobody can take education away from you. As Senate, we want to wish you the very best, go to the highest levels, and just know, as we are here, you can also have an opportunity to be here. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. Next statement by Senator Karungo Dango.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to also request for a statement on the issue of electricity disconnections in the counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to the Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Energy regarding the continued disconnection of electricity by the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, Kenya Power, and its overall engagement with the county governments and individual consumers. In the statement, the committee should, 1, state the legal and procedural framework governing electricity disconnections, providing a list of counties and essential service institutions such as hospitals that have faced power cuts from the year 2022 to date, and outline measures to ensure that critical public institutions are not affected by the unwarranted disconnections. 2, state the amount in electricity bills owed by county governments, particularly Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kiambu, which are reported to have the highest outstanding balances, and indicate whether Kenya Power has issued or intends to issue disconnection notices to these counties. 3, disclose the extent of individual consumer disconnections that have been affected from 2022 to date, stating the number of Kenyans who have had their power disconnected, and provide information on consumer complaints regarding business losses and damage to electrical appliances due to abrupt disconnections. And 4, outline any compensation mechanisms available to be affected consumers and the steps Kenya Power is taking to ensure fair and transparent engagement with the public and individuals and the county governments. Mr. Speaker, I request. Thank you.
Next statement by Senator Esther Okenyuri. Senator Chalagay, were you given instructions to do that? Yeah?
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Senator Esther Okenyuri, request for statement on poor enforcement of anti-human trafficking laws. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labour and Social Welfare regarding the poor enforcement of human trafficking laws amid growing concern over the increased cases of human trafficking involving vulnerable children and women in Kenya. In the statement, the committee should, 1, provide a detailed report on the measures in place to protect homeless mothers and their infants from abductions, stating the steps taken to investigate reported cases of baby snatching on the streets of Nairobi and other urban centers. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, indicate the mechanisms the government has implemented to ensure prompt reporting, tracking, and recovery of trafficked children, and highlight the successes recorded since implementation. Number 3, Speaker, sir, outline measures the government has undertaken to ensure full enforcement of adoption laws. Number 4, provide data on child trafficking cases and reported illegal adoptions, detailing the number of cases investigated, reversed, and the perpetrators prosecuted in the last 5 years. Number 5, disclose the loopholes in the civil registration process that allow traffickers to illegally obtain birth notifications and certificate documents, and state corrective actions being taken. And finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, outline the measures being implemented to enhance security in birth registration centers on behalf of Senator Esther Okenyuri, MP, nominated senator. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Last but not the least is a statement by Senator Jackson Mandago. This statement is directed to the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries regarding the status of purchase of wheat from Kenyan farmers. Is it yesterday that I heard this statement? And the Speaker gave some direction about the comments. What happened, Majority Leader?
I think maybe it should be just a small typo, but we commented about it, Speaker.
Okay. Then we go to, I want to give a few senators. No. Oh, yeah, you have the last one, Senator. Okay.
Thank you.
Aminda?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This one, my statement is on the recent wave of wildfires ravaging forests in the country. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee of Land, Environment and Natural Resources regarding the recent wave of wildfires that have ravaged various forest reserves and national parks across the country, including the Aberdares, Isiolo, Nairobi Park, the Mau Forest, and Mount Kenya Forest. In the statement, the committee should, 1, explain the causes of the recent wildfires and indicate whether preliminary investigations suggest arson or other human activities as contributing factors. Number 2, outline specific measures and strategies that the ministry, the Kenya Forest Service, KFS, and the Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS, have implemented to mitigate the spread of these wildfires and protect our forest reserves. Number 3, assess the level of preparedness of the ministry and relevant agencies in terms of available resources, such as firefighting equipment, personnel, and technology to effectively respond to such environmental disasters. Number 4, state whether any individuals or groups suspected of involvement in arson or other criminal activities related to the wildfires have been identified and prosecuted. And finally, elaborate on any long-term strategies, policies, and legislative frameworks that the ministry is putting in place to prevent and manage wildfires, rehabilitate the affected areas, and protect our fragile ecosystems. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. And standing order 57-1, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to standing order number 57-1 to hereby present the business for the week that commences Tuesday the 11th of March 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, before I make this presentation, allow me to give the status of legislative business pending before the Senate. Mr. Speaker, there are 55 bills, of which 43 are at the second reading stage and 12 are at the committee of the whole. 31 motions are pending conclusion, 25 petitions are pending conclusions, out of which 17 are due for reporting by the respective standing committees, and 523 statements pursuant to standing order number 53-1 are pending conclusion. Mr. Speaker, sir, on Tuesday, the 11th of March 2025, the Senate Business Committee will meet to consider the business for the week. The tentative business for that day will include business not concluded from today's order paper, as well as the business indicated in the notice paper. The tentative business for morning sittings on Wednesday, 12th of March, will include schedule of questions to the various cabinet secretaries, as well as business that will have been approved by SBC on Tuesday, and motions as well. There are questions to the Cabinet Secretary for Defense by Professor Tom Ojienda, Senator Eddie Okech, Senator Tom Ojienda to the CS for Defense. Then there are two questions to the CS for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation by Senator Eddie Okech and Senator Dan Mahanzo. I hope Senator Sifuna will be in the House, Mr. Speaker, to meet your constituent, who he said he has never met that day. Then there is a question, Mr. Speaker, to the CS for Agriculture by Senator Murango. Both questions, actually, Mr. Speaker. Then the tentative business for the afternoon sitting on Wednesday, the 12th of March 2025, will include business not concluded from the order paper for Tuesday, the 11th of March 2025. And the following: the bills that are second reading stage, which is a PFM amendment bill, sports amendment bill, and the county wards equitable development bill. Then there are committee of the whole bills, which include ECD amendment bill, energy amendment bill, county public finance laws amendment bill, county government election laws amendment bill, the county assembly services bill, the street vendors bill, local content bill, land amendment bill, cooperative societies bill. The projected business for Thursday 13th will include business not concluded in the order paper for Wednesday the 12th of March 2025 and any other business schedule. Mr. Speaker, it's worth noting to the House that since we resumed this session, we have never voted for any business beyond a voice vote. So I want to urge colleagues senators that I know you're busy with a lot of committee sittings and other business beyond the voting, but it is equally important to vote and pass legislation. Mr. Speaker, I hope that next week we shall raise the requisite numbers to conclude all these businesses that I've read, some of which are bills that date back to, I think, as early as 2015, if I may recall. The first time I heard of this local content bill, Mr. Speaker, was 2015 in this House, and it's still in our order paper. It's gone full circle. I really wish we can conclude, because it's an extremely important bill that will help our county governments, Mr. Speaker, to earn revenue from explorative activities within their counties and so many other things. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge colleagues that next week let us find time to be present in the House and to conclude on this business. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and lay this statement on the table of the Senate today. Thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. We now go to brief comments for the next almost 15 minutes. Senator Sifuna Edwin.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I could sense some anxiety on the part of the Majority Whip when the statement by the Kirinyaga Senator Murango was being read. It is as though he didn't want us to have opportunity to speak about the Social Health Authority issues, Honorable Speaker, because the chairperson of that Rural Hospitals, Private Hospital Association, is a young man I schooled with. He's called Lishenga. He was my candidate for Senate in Kakamega under the ODM ticket. And he has done a fantastic job representing those rural hospitals, Honorable Speaker, and he has informed me that although they have suspended hostilities for now, there are issues that still abound. Honorable Speaker, we at the County Public Accounts Committee had the opportunity to sit with the Auditor General on Tuesday when she appeared before our committee, and this is a matter of great national interest, so that colleagues should not appear to want to gag members when they are discussing a matter that is in the public domain. Honorable Speaker, some of the issues that emerged from the meeting with the Auditor General is that there are a lot of questions to be asked about the way that we have rolled out the social health insurance scheme. Honorable Speaker, she has singled out a few issues, and I want to mention them. Number one, being unbudgeted procurement and competitive procurement, very many things, including unfavorable clauses to the people of Kenya. I heard the President, I think he was speaking in Malava, saying that in this procurement, there were no public resources used. I don't know how the President defines public resources, because, Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General has flagged that in that contract for the digital system, the owner of the system, who is not even the government, is a private consortium, takes 2.5% of my monthly contribution. Every time I pay my 32,000, that digital systems operator gets 2.5%. Then they get 5% on claims to hospitals. This is something that does not make any sense to me, Honorable Speaker. Why are claims being subjected to 5% deduction from the system operator? Then there is something called track and trace that they charge 1.5%. They are unconscionable contract terms, and we have to speak about these issues without appearing like, we are witch hunting or anything. So I want to assure the President that Sifuna's money is also defined as public money. My money is also public money because I'm making a contribution. All of us are making a contribution. And if the system operator is getting money from there, it means, therefore, that this 104 billion shillings that we are using to procure this system is actually public money. So, Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General made a suggestion to the House. Unfortunately, I'm no longer a member of the Senate Business Committee, but I think it is something that would be helpful to all of us as a House. She said that she needs to be allowed to also speak to Parliament in what she called a state of accountability address. Let her come before this House, Honorable Speaker, and tell us the state of accountability in the country, because it will cut across all these issues on matters that are devolved and our individual counties, because there are problems all over the place. And, Honorable Speaker, although she tried to run away, we tried to tell her that, in fact, the Audit Act gives her powers to make recommendations that bind the hands of other institutions in the accountability ecosystem. Because according to her, she says that it is now the responsibility of Parliament, after she has said that there were 4 material breaches of the law in the procurement of the system for SHA, that it is now up to us to make recommendations. But the Audit Act also asks her to make recommendations. If they are saying that Parliament is the weak link in the accountability ecosystem, that we can be compromised, or that somehow her recommendations never see the light of day, let her tie Parliament's hands by saying, in these 4 breaches of the law in procurement of this system, the following officers at SHA are responsible. The following PSs, the following cabinet secretaries should be held to account. And that way, if we as a House want to change her recommendation, we will be the ones to explain to the public why we are letting thieves go. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Sifuna, you have really enjoyed 5 minutes out of 15 that are provided for statements this afternoon. So I think I did not give the time allocation when you started, but any other senator should take just 2 minutes to make a brief comment not to debate about the statement, just a brief comment. Senator Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, it will be unfair to us, but we'll try anyway to do justice to a very important national conversation that's ongoing.
3 minutes each.
I will try within 3 minutes. Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with what Senator Boni Alwale was informing the House, that now this so-called Rural Hospitals Association has eventually come to terms with the reality of the day. You know, when the minister was here last week, Mr. Speaker, what came out unequivocally out of the conversation she had with the House is that what the hospitals were complaining about was not sure. What they were complaining about were the historical debts that they have with NHIF. And finally, when they have been assured that there is a process after which the verification process is done, they will be paid their money, you have seen they have resumed services. But what I like more about this program, Mr. Speaker, is that when I visited my own county referral hospital 2 weeks ago, the medical superintendent informed me that every month they used to write off bills between 7 to 10 million shillings from ordinary citizens of the county who, after being treated, will tell the doctors, see what to do with me. But now, because of this program, that debt has reduced to about 1 million shillings. What this confirms, Mr. Speaker, is that as we continue to deepen this program into the minds and hearts of ordinary Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, our public hospitals will have the resources to run, because public default by ordinary citizens who could not afford medical insurance will now become a thing of the past. On this issue, Mr. Speaker, of the matter that has been raised by the Auditor General, I would wish, Mr. Speaker, that either our Health Committee or even the entire sitting of the House unravel some of these questions. Because, Mr. Speaker, you know, this is a country that is governed by the rule of law. It will be important for citizens to know whether what is being alleged is actually true or false. Because I have read that particular report that Senator Sifuna is referring to. And there are certain questions that I want to have also with the Auditor General on how she arrived on some of these fundings. For example, Section 559.2 of her reports, she faults and says that the procurement method that was used was a breach of the law. Yet, Section 114 of Public Procurement and Disposal Act provides for specially procured goods and services in this country, Mr. Speaker. This is not the first time that government is using this mode, Mr. Speaker, of procuring goods and services. So it will be important for us to tell us whether, at what point did she declare this breach, Mr. Speaker, and why does she feel that certain sections of the law cannot be applied, Mr. Speaker. Yet, to the best of my recollection, this section of the law has not been injuncted by any court. It is part of the law that is still active and being used in court. Section 559 of her report, point 1, Mr. Speaker, on why this was not captured in the 2022-2023 budget review framework, Mr. Speaker, it will also be important to know from the ministry. I don't know what explanation they would have, but I suspect that 2022-2023, being a transition year from another administration to a new one, we could not have implemented the priorities of another administration, Mr. Speaker. And I believe that subsequently, there must have been a budget process through which all these were addressed. So, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't appear as if we are a house that sanitizes illegality, I want the
Clerk, to be fair, let the board leadership enjoy the 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, in fact, I don't need, I just need an extra minute. I was concluding that to be fair to the country, it is important that that report is tabled in this House and subjected to thorough scrutiny by the committees of this House, Mr. Speaker, so that the country does not rely on newspaper cuttings by some people who may be having other agendas against share, Mr. Speaker. We know for a fact, Mr. Speaker, that there are people who used to benefit from the illegalities that were being committed under the NHIF. You think they will sit pretty, Mr. Speaker, and watch this program being rolled out? At every turn and opportunity, they will hire people to speak to them. They will incite the media against this particular program. That is why I want that report of the Auditor General tabled before this House. I want the competent committees to go after the 4 breaches that the Auditor General has highlighted. Final thing, Mr. Speaker, is on this issue of the cost of this particular system. It is important for it to be tabled so that Kenyans can know this tabulation of 104 billion. What exactly does it entail? Because I've seen even very educated people, Mr. Speaker, imagining that the government procured a software for 100 billion Kenya shillings, Mr. Speaker, which I know for a fact that cannot be accurate. I want the list and the tabulation of all the items that eventually tabulates to 104 billion shillings, Mr. Speaker, so that we are able to tell, out of these items, what is it that has been charged beyond the market price, Mr. Speaker, so that eventually, as a House, nobody will say that we sanctioned an illegality when we passed the 4 laws that set up universal health care in our country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. Senator Ososi Bonfrey.
Mr. Speaker, I think a lot has been said about systems. For example, there is a statement on the issue of migration of Inua Jamii to e-citizen. And then you have heard clearly Senator Sifuna raising a matter on the SHA system. Mr. Speaker, I think one of the biggest problems in this country is that we have laws which we don't implement. Mr. Speaker, I'm talking as an IT expert and as one of the people who worked so hard to bring in place the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. And in that law, it is very clear that big systems supporting the government must be licensed as a critical information infrastructure system. And the best practice globally is that such systems should not be operated by private individuals. That's the global practice. And such systems must be cost effective. I think one of the things that we need to look at moving forward as a House is to go back to that law and come up with the regulations on how systems that support the public sector or the government are defined in line with the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. That way, we'll be able to avoid all these challenges we are talking about, operational issues, cost issues of this system. Mr. Speaker, this is something that I want, on behalf of this House, to be given the privilege to guide this House on that, how that should be done, because it has been done in other countries as well. Mr. Speaker, the second issue is the issue of the pending bills. Mr. Speaker, I've sat in this House, and almost every day, every senator is bringing the matter of pending bill in his county. We have even had a motion passed by this House, brought by Senator Ladama, on the issue of the pending bills. But why are we not making progress, Mr. Speaker? Why are we not making progress as a Senate on this matter? I therefore want to ask the Finance Committee that we need to deal with this matter of pending bills with finality, because our people, our contractors in the counties are suffering. And we are coming here just discussing, asking governors to appear before us, and nothing happens. It's like the institutions in our counties are not being managed by us. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to request that if the Finance Committee is not able to resolve this issue,
Very well. Thank you. Thank you, Senator Godfrey Ososi.
Honourable members, in the communication I indicated that the bill has similar proposals as those contained in the Kenya Sign Language Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2023, co-sponsored by Senator Crystal Asiga MP and the Minority Whip, the Honourable Millie Odhiambo Mabona CBS MP, which is also before the House. In this regard, Honourable members, I wish to clarify that the Kenya Sign Language Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2023, is co-sponsored by Senator Crystal Asiga MP and is to be co-sponsored by the nominated member, the Honorable Umulher Harun MP, in the National Assembly, given that the bills were identical and Honorable Umulher had sponsored the bill in this House. We are accordingly guided. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Members, will you be upstanding? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had given Timothy Kiprotich an opportunity to raise a point of order, and as a matter of interest, it is directed at both majority and minority leaders. Timothy, go ahead for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I will pray for extension of time. Honorable Speaker, I pray for 5 minutes to raise a certain matter, Honorable Speaker, on a certain constitutional matter regarding the reconstitution of committees by this House. Honorable Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order number 1, as read with Standing Order 173, regarding the reconstitution of committees by this Honorable House. Honorable Speaker, this House consists of members from the majority party, from the minority, but Honorable Speaker, we also have independents, members who are elected on an independent ticket to this Honorable House. Honorable Speaker, independent members of Parliament are elected pursuant to Article 85 and Article 99 of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, further, Article 103(e)(2) provides that the office of MP becomes vacant if an independent member joins a political party. Honorable Speaker, further, Standing Order 259(b) establishes the caucus of independent members as a coordination and advocacy platform to safeguard the interests of independent members of this House. Honorable Speaker, cognizant of the fact that independent caucus selected one of their members to sit in the committee of selection in order to protect, defend, and uphold the interests of the independent members of this House. Honorable Speaker, independent members are nominated to committee through the Committee on Selection as per Standing Order 173, which provides that the independent caucus of members of Parliament, which has been formally been recognized by this House, to submit names of their preferred committees. Honorable Speaker, concerned that the majority whip, in particular, has jurisdiction over members of the majority party and does not have authority on or jurisdiction over independent members who are not bound by the party's disciplinary or attendance guidelines. Honorable Speaker, acknowledging the importance of fair representation in committee assignments and the autonomy of members in the governance of parliamentary business, Honorable Speaker, in your direction issued yesterday, you ruled that what was before the House was reconstitution of committees rather than discharge of members. But, Honorable Speaker, be that as it may, can House committees be reconstituted without taking into account the interests of the names submitted by the caucus of independent members of Parliament? Honorable Speaker, I seek your ruling on the two following issues. One, whether in the process of reconstituting committees, the majority whip can remove or reassign independent members of Parliament without consulting them or the caucus of independent members of Parliament. Number two, Honorable Speaker, whether such reallocation or reassignment or reconstitution would violate the role of the Committee on Selection as outlined in Standing Order 73 and the principle of fair representation in committees. Honorable Speaker, if you give me 1 minute to explain. Honorable Speaker, we have 12 members of Parliament elected on an independent ticket to this National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, I'm one of them. I'm here not because of a political party, but I was brought here directly by the people of Marakwet West. Honorable Speaker, the practice in this House, when the first committees were nominated, was that we sat down, we formed a caucus. The caucus was formally recognized by yourself, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we sat down, we nominated members, our members to serve, to select committees in which they want to serve in. Honorable Speaker, we have one member, one independent member, Honorable Caroline Ngeleche, who sits in the committee of selection of this House to protect the interest of the independents in this House. Honorable Speaker, I am not under the guidance or the leadership of Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, who is the leader of majority, because, Honorable Speaker, he is not my leader in this House. I am an independent member. I am not under the guidance or the supervision of Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah. I am not under the guidance or supervision of the majority whip of this House, nor the minority whip. Honorable Speaker, therefore, I have no issue. I have been removed from the committee. I have no issue. But for posterity, Honorable Speaker, it is good you issue a ruling to protect the independent members of this House who are elected from their constituencies to serve the interests of their people before the floor of this House. Honorable Speaker, I would invite your ruling on those two fundamental issues so that the interests of independent members of this House are not subverted. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Junet.
Mr. Speaker, I've been in this parliament since the new constitution came into place, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it looks like the hangover of the old ways, the hangover of the old constitution has refused to go away from this country. Mr. Speaker, you've been a member of parliament for long. You remember the previous parliaments where you served before the new constitution, Mr. Speaker. The whips used to constitute committees, send it to the Speaker for approval, and it ends there. Under the new constitution, Mr. Speaker, a standing committee was formed called Selection Committee that deals with issues of placement in committees. And whatever proposal that the leadership of minority, majority, independents, and all kinds of caucuses that are in this House are looked into in that committee, Mr. Speaker. That committee has representation from all sectors. It has representation from the majority. It has representation from the minority. It has representation from the independents, the so-called court-in-court. It has representation from small parties, non-parliamentary parties. It has representation from, Mr. Speaker, all shades of representation in the House. What we bring before that committee that is chaired by the majority leader is proposals from different sectors. We bring proposals from the minority that, please, we are bringing proposals from the minority that this is how we want to constitute our committees. The majority brings, the independents have a voice there. It is that committee that makes a decision, Mr. Speaker, that go back and redo this, or we are in agreement, and if there is even a stalemate, people vote, Mr. Speaker, in that committee. But, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I want to say, under this new constitution, the whole idea of independence needs to be relooked into, Mr. Speaker, in this country. How independent are independents in this House? We know when they come here, they align with who? These are the same independents, even though even now it is broad-based, after the new election, they joined the other side. Some of us were with us. They left us at night, not even during the day. I called them, I told them, where have you gone? They told me we are in Karen. Karen where? Where the new president is. Oh, I told them, we shall meet later. So we need to exercise, we need to look into this matter of independence generally, Mr. Speaker. You cannot be independent when you want committees, but when there are serious fundamental issues of the country, you are not independent. You are either with the minority or you are with the majority, Mr. Speaker. There are independents on our side here, like Fatuma Full Network, the woman rep for Migori. By all intent and purposes, she's an ODM member. She votes with us. She comes to our parliamentary group meeting. Shakil Shabir is independent. By all intent and purposes, he's an ODM member, Mr. Speaker. So just say your member did not get the lucrative committees that members are looking for. Either budget committee, transport committee, and everybody cannot get. But the whole issue of independence, Mr. Speaker, in your ruling, My plea to you now in your ruling is that go broader, Mr. Speaker, and look at the whole issue of independence. How independent are they, Mr. Speaker? With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I don't buttress what has already been said by the Leader of Minority, because indeed it is true that under the current dispensation, the political parties, both parliamentary and non-parliamentary political parties, in line with our standing orders, are represented in the Selections Committee, which I happen to chair. And decisions of that committee are not decisions of the chair, are decisions, as the Leader of Minority have said, decisions of the committee. By consensus, and where there is no consensus, we vote. And it is also true, Honorable Speaker, in line with our own standing orders, the independents in the House, and I don't want to question the independents myself, but the independents in the House are accorded an opportunity to sit in that Selections Committee. And indeed, when I listen to Honorable Timothy Toroitich, the issue he's raising is coached around a constitutional issue, but it's more of a complaint of his relegation to another committee from the one he was serving in. But I can confirm, because we sat in that committee on Monday evening, the Honorable Timothy Toroitich, the committee he was in, he has been replaced by another independent member. Not a member from the majority or from the minority. It is another independent member who has taken his position. And in line with the proposals that we got before the committee, Honorable Speaker, from the representation of the independents in the Selections Committee. To Honorable Speaker, I engaged the Honorable Ngelechei and Honorable Karauri, who lead that caucus of independents. And when they appeared before the Honorable Ngelechei as a representative of the independents in the Selections Committee, submitted their list. Honorable Speaker, as expected, every other member in this House wants to be a member of the Budget Committee, Transport, Energy, Education, Water and Irrigation. But it is not practical. And that is why what Honorable Junet says is true. The intent of the Constitution and our standing orders was to establish a Selections Committee that would then guide the House to settle members in committees, because it was expected that if what Timothy Toroitich says is true, or was to be true, that if a particular grouping brings their list before the Selections Committee, expressing their desire, what if all independents, we had 20 or 30 independent members, and they all expressed their desire to sit in the Budget Committee? Shall we have a Budget Committee where only independent members sit? Or for instance, now I think there are about 11 or 12 of them. If they all wanted to sit in the Transport Committee, would it mean then that that is the only committee they will all sit in? That was the import of our Constitution and our standing orders, that there will be established a Selections Committee that, like all other business of the House, the committee will guide in terms of settling and agreeing through consensus, and where there is no consensus, by a vote, which member sits in which committee, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I think, by and large, when I listen to the Honorable Toroitich, I have heard his disgruntlement and a complaint on the committee that he has been settled on by the Selections Committee. But I want to encourage the Honorable Member for Marakwet West. Focus more on serving the people of Marakwet West. And there are members who have served in this House and not served in any committee of the House. But they have done exemplary well in the Assembly, in plenary, and in their constituencies in addressing matters that are of concern to the people that sent them to represent them. Otherwise, if you focus on disgruntlement on whether you sit in this or that committee, as I said yesterday, Honorable Speaker, we may not be able to satisfy everybody, and it's not practical to satisfy everybody in terms of their desires and needs as individuals. But let us use the opportunities that we are given to serve in whatever committee you are relegated to serve in, whether it is in Transport Committee, whether it is in the very powerful Members' Welfare Committee. That, Honorable Speaker, I said when in the last Parliament I served in the Members' Welfare Committee, I have never served in a more powerful committee of this House than the Members' Welfare Committee. This is a committee that oversees the Parliamentary Service Commission, where the Speaker is the chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission. There is no other committee of this House that can oversight Mr. Speaker, other than the Members' Welfare Committee. And I am very proud of my time as a member of the Members' Welfare Committee because, Honorable Speaker, you remember when you took over as chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission, Bunge Tower had actually progressed in the last 2 years of the last regime because of the work that we put to make sure that we oversighted the Parliamentary Service Commission to ensure that members of Parliament who joined the 13th Assembly, and I must thank you, Honorable Speaker, because when you came in, you picked up from where the other commission had left and ensured that now members enjoy good facilities at Bunge Tower. And I want to ask the members who are joining the Members' Welfare Committee, keep the Speaker on his toes so that he can continue guiding the Parliamentary Service Commission to improve your welfare as members of Parliament. And that's why I say it is one of the most powerful committees of this House, Honorable Speaker. I was just engaging with my brother, Honorable Nimrod Mbai. I was telling him the Public Petitions Committee again, when we crafted this committee in the last Parliament, it is bound to be one of the best committees of this House. But let me say, these committees are as good as the leadership and as the membership. It is up to you, whichever committee you are put in, to make the best out of it, and also in the service to your constituents. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Remember, I'll give you 1 minute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As you'll be making your ruling, it is very important that you listen to the voice of the honorable member who spoke without the committee or the committee notwithstanding. Because in our original analogy, clear that the independent members need to be protected. Though in the end, as I listened to him, he failed to explain whether the representative of the independent members were in the selection committee that did the work. Somewhat, that's what he did not pronounce himself on. So that's an important place you'll have to check, so that as we protect their section, indeed, notwithstanding the committee that he has been given, it's important that continuously their place is protected. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Members, Honorable Timothy, I don't need to go and think deeply on this. It's a very straightforward matter. For independent members, the standing orders, you've rightly said, an opportunity to form a caucus, which can help you in prosecuting your interests at various levels in your performance of your duty. Number two, the Speaker ensured, by advising the majority-minority leaders, that you are represented as independents from your caucus on the selections committee, which you are by none other than the distinguished lady from your own county, your county representative, Honorable Caroline Gelechei. So you are not unrepresented. And I repeat, no member shall be left without a committee. At the very minimum, each member of this House must serve in one committee. From the reconstitution of committees that was brought to the House Business Committee chaired by the Speaker and sitting members from both sides of the House, I was satisfied that there is not a single member out of all of you has a committee, at least one. As to quality of committees, that is not for the Speaker. I don't even know what quality in a committee means. What I know is that we have committees of the House. In the standing orders that I participated with Julius Sunguli, the late Godana, former member from Nakuru called Bishop Kimani, the late Henry Obocha, we wrote these standing orders. Before then, this House had only 4 committees: public accounts, public investments, house business, and powers and privileges. There were no other committees. We created committees to make the House work better. So what I advise you, Honorable Kipchumba, go back to your representative in the selections committee. You heard Honorable Junaid say this is a moving target. The committees are dynamic in membership. You are there today, tomorrow you are moved to some other committee, subject, of course, procedural issues being adhered to. So I don't see any issue for me to retreat and bring a ruling. It's as straightforward as that. Number 3, I want also to advise you as a young member. Your prowess in your representation, debate, and legislation is not hinged on which committee you sit in. It has many variables. For over 30 years, I have been in Parliament. There is not a single parliamentary session that I served in more than one committee. By choice. Every time I was given more than one committee, I declined. I served only one committee at a time. For over 30 years, I have never chaired a parliamentary committee. The only time I now chair a committee is by virtue of the office I hold. That is House Business Committee. I have never presented myself to be elected as a chair or vice chair of any committee, because I was always guided by the belief that being a chair of a committee is cumbersome and was going to withhold my capacity to think, to debate, to work, and to represent my people. So I kept off from chairing any committee. But Honorable Bukoze holds a different view. That is entirely up to you. So Honorable Kipchumba, as you navigate in your first term, try your best to establish good PR with your colleagues, especially those you send to sit in those committees, so that they can represent you better, represent your interests, agitate for your interests, vote for your interests, and give you what you want. The Speaker has no capacity to place any member in any committee. He only has capacity to ensure that you cannot be committeeless. I think that helps you, Timothy, going forward. And in future, that is how we shall operate. Allow me to acknowledge Sacho High School from Baringo Central, Baringo County, who are in the public gallery. I welcome them to the House of Parliament on my behalf and your behalf. Pardon? I have welcomed them on your behalf, Honorable Kandia. And I'm sure you will go out there to engage them after this. Next order. Oh, sorry, Jared Okello, what is it? Take 1 minute.
Honorable Speaker, there is this thing that is now becoming my pet project, inadvertently though. You have ordered more than 4 times for a report that feeds into hardship areas in this country.
The classification of hardship areas.
Of hardship areas. 4
Yes.
times you have asked the majority leadership to avail the report here. In fact, last week when you were giving what I would call the final directive, the majority leader himself did talk about the imbalances in his own constituency, where he averred that one particular location has one sub-location that is hardship, and the rest of the locations in
That
the
is
same.
enough. You have made that point many times.
Yes.
Majority Leader, when is the report?
Honorable Speaker, allow me to do that when we resume from the short recess.
That is after 3 weeks.
Yes.
Jared, you will hold your horses until after 3 weeks. Honorable members, can you call out the next order?
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable members, will you be upstanding?
Order, members. Those who wish to participate in the Committee of the Whole House may get seated. We are going to start with the County Government's Revenue Raising Process Bill, National Assembly Bill number 11 of 2023.
Clauses 3, 4, 5. Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I propose a question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. We have an amendment. The Honorable Irene Nyakerario Mayaka. Yes, Majority Leader, you may proceed.
Honorable Chair, allow me to move this amendment on behalf of Honorable Irene Mayaka, who went for the Kisii consultative meeting with the former Prime Minister. And Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill be amended as is on the order paper. And the import of this amendment, Honorable Speaker, by Honorable Irene Mayaka, is to include under paragraph F, after E, paragraph F, to include the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and under G, the Principal Secretary of the State Department for the time being responsible for matters related to ICT and digital economy, or a representative designated in writing. Honorable Speaker, this relates to the establishment of the Interagency Transition Committee to review taxes, charges, and fees imposed by any county before the enactment of the Act. And the committee had consisted of the National Treasury, a Commission on Revenue Allocation, Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, the Council of Governors, KRA, and the Honorable Irene Mayaka now proposes to add the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, which I agree with Honorable Speaker, because they are the people who engage almost on a day-to-day basis with traders, and they will add value to that committee. Also, the Principal Secretary in charge of ICT and digital economy, because they will help in reviewing the systems for payment, especially on digital platforms, to be included in this committee, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to move.
Thank you, Majority Leader. I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the Majority Leader on behalf of the Honorable Irene Mayaka. I don't see any interest in this, so I'll go ahead and put the question. I now put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the Majority Leader on behalf of the Honorable Irene Mayaka. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 9, 10, and 11.
I propose the question that clause 9, 10, and 11 be part of the bill, and there be no amendments. I propose the question that clauses 9, 10, and 11 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Honorable members, will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. No amendment. So I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill, and there be no amendment. I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, as you may realize, we have finished the first bill, and I would like to call upon the mover to move reporting.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the county government revenue raising. County government revenue raising process bill, National Assembly Bill number 11 of 2023, and its approval thereof with that one amendment.
Thank you. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the county government revenue raising process bill, National Assembly Bill number 11 of 2023, and its approval with amendments. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we are now going to go to the next bill, which is the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2024, by the Majority Leader.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. No amendment, so I put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 4 and 5.
I propose the question that clauses 4 and 5 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question. Order, member for order, Honorable Beatrice Elachi. Okay, let us proceed. We'll go back to clauses 4 and 5.
Clauses 4 and 5.
I propose the question that clauses 4 and 5 be part of the bill. There be no amendments. I put the question that clauses 4 and 5 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. And there is an amendment, Majority Leader.
Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 6 be amended as per the order paper, that clause 6 be amended in the proposed new section 8.1 by inserting the following new paragraph immediately to paragraph F. FA, conduct and prepare audits on human resource in the public service. Honorable Chair, this proposed amendment is seeking to provide for an additional function to the Auditor General to conduct and prepare audits and on human resource in the public offices. This will ensure compliance with constitutional provisions on values as specified in the Constitution relating to treatment of minorities, gender, youth, people with disabilities, and ethnic and regional minorities. The proposed amendment is aiming to address this challenge by ensuring that regular audits are undertaken to ascertain compliance by institutions. Honorable Chair, this is what we're saying, that this actually bill is enriching more the functions of the Auditor General. In addition, especially at the time when we are looking for inclusion of minorities, of young people, and even people with disabilities, now the Auditor General will be required to submit an audit on human resource and see an audit these entities to make sure they are compliant on this particular matters, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Chair Finance. Any interest in this? Yes, the Honorable Makali Molu. Please, if you are interested, go to the intervention button. Honorable Makali Molu, member for Kitui Central.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Madam Chairperson, this is a very important amendment, and I really want to support it. Because all along, the Auditor General has been so keen on financial performance of institutions. And you remember, in this House, we have a Committee on National Cohesion, which is supposed to ensure that all regions in this country are factored in matters of human resource. At the same time, Honorable Chairperson, there was also the issue of Honorable Kaunya at one point that actually a bill which was proposing we have a parallel audit office looking at the matters of human resource only or stand alone. So the idea of bringing it now under the Auditor General is a very good idea, and I support. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Dr. Nikal, member for Seme.
Thank you, Chair. I also rise to support this amendment. Madam Chair, the function, any function really, if you have resources, money may be important, but human resources is probably the most important. And in this country, as the previous honorable member said, there's a lot of issues of how the distribution of human resource, even the handling of human resource. But the bigger one you had is the issue of ghost workers, because nobody actually audits how human resource is deployed. And therefore you end up with a lot of human resource, but perhaps we're doing nothing, and therefore we come with the issue of ghost workers. I support this amendment.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question. I now propose the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. I now put the question, honorable members, that Clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that Clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 7, 8, and 9.
I propose the question that Clause 7, 8, and 9 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 7, 8, and 9 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. 10 be part of the bill. We have an amendment. Chair Finance.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that Clause 10 be amended as per the order paper. That Clause 10 of the bill be amended A in paragraph A by inserting the word senior immediately after the word shall be are, and B by deleting paragraph B. Honorable Chair, this clause had sought to provide for a Deputy Auditor General without taking into consideration the existing structure in the office of the Auditor General, where there are 7 deputies. The position of Senior Deputy Auditor General that currently obtains in the Act is therefore practicable. So, Honorable Chair, now that we have already existing structures within the office of the Auditor General, it was important that these amendments be in line with the existing structures, so that we do not pass a law here that that's going to jeopardize the existence of on the current structures in the office of the Auditor General.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable members, I now propose the question that Clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Chairman Finance. I don't see any interest in this, so I go ahead and put the question that Clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I propose the question that Clause 11 be part of the bill, and we have an amendment. Chair Finance.
I propose, Honorable Chair, that Clause 11 be amended as per the order paper in paragraph A1 by deleting the words the Deputy Auditor General and substituting the words, and substitute therefore with the words the Senior Deputy Auditor General. This is for the same reason I explained as at 10. It is important that this law becomes in tandem with what the existing structures that exist at the Office of the Auditor General.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause. Yes, Honorable Dr. Makali Molu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, even as I support this amendment, I think it's important that we not only consider the existing structure in the Office of the Auditor General, but it would also be important to consider also best practice. Because this is not a standalone office. There are other offices in other countries. I would want to hear whether the chairman, other than considering the existing structure, has also considered what happens in terms of best practice in other countries. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Chairman, would you like to make a comment on this?
So, Honorable Chair, I would like to confirm that the amendments that we are seeking has been in very long consultations and checking on matters of best practice and how the best offices of the Auditor General across the world are structured. And therefore, the amendment is not just to be in tandem with the existing structures, but also in line with best practice.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Makali. Thank you, Chairman. I now put the question that Clause 11 be amended as proposed by the Chairman Finance. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 11 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16.
I propose the question that clauses 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that clause 12 to 16 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 17.
I propose the question that clause 17 be part of the bill. Chairman, you have an amendment.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 17 be amended as per the order paper by deleting paragraph D, paragraph E, and by inserting the new paragraph in paragraph C, one, a nominee of the Institute of Human Resource Management, a nominee of the Institute of Internal Auditors of Kenya. Honorable Chair, clause 17 of the bill, it was seeking to provide for the Audit Advisory Board. So what we found interesting was this clause that we are deleting, like D, was providing for the chairperson of the Budget and Operations Committee of the National Assembly being part of the advisory board. And E, two representatives from Parliament, one from National Assembly, and one from the Senate from the committees in charge of public finance and audit. So we found this to be quite intriguing, and that's why during public participation, we are now recommending in our report and bringing this amendment on the floor to delete these provisions, because we cannot have the Constitution is clear on the separation of power between the executive and Parliament. And therefore, we felt that having membership of members of this House and of the Senate in the advisory board will really affect the independence of Parliament and that office of the Auditor General, and is not also in line with best practice and even on our Constitution on the matter of separation of power. I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed by the Chairman, and I do not see any interest. There is. The Honorable Dr. Nyikal, proceed.
Speaker, I actually rise to support this in the simple reasoned that actually this will be a huge conflict of interest. You cannot sit there and be in the advisory committee, and then the report of that audit then comes to you, comes to the members of the parliament to look through. Having participated there, I support.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nyikal. Honorable members, I now put the question that Clause 17 be amended as proposed by the Chairman Finance. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 17 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 18.
I propose the question that Clause 18 be part of the bill, and there be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 18 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
I propose the question that Clause 19 be part of the bill. I now put the question that Clause... Yes, this one as an amendment. Chair, Finance.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that Clause 19 be amended in paragraph B of the proposed Section 27 by inserting the word strategic planning immediately after the word management. This is providing for additional function that is arising from... The proposed additional function arises because budgeting and human resource management and development functions are contained and derived from a strategic plan.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable members, I now propose the question that Clause 19 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. I'll go ahead and put the question that Clause 19 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 19 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 20 to 30 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 20 to 30 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40.
Thank you, honorable members. I put the question that Clause 31 to 40 be part of the bill, and there be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 31 to 40 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46.
I propose the question that Clause 41 to 46 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that Clause 41 to 46 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clauses. New clause 6A.
Honorable members, I propose the question that new Clause 6A be read a second time. Proceed, Chairman.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new Clause 6A be now read a second time. The Principal Act 6A is being amended to provide the Principal Act is amended by inserting the following new section immediately after Section 8. There is established a directorate in the Office of the Auditor General to be known as the Public Service Human Resource Audit Directorate. The head of the Public Service Human Resource Audit Directorate shall be competitively recruited and appointed by the Auditor General, and the Public Service Human Resource Audit Directorate shall be responsible for conducting and preparing audits on human resource in the public service. This amendment is seeking to establish the Public Service Human Resource Audit Directorate within the Office of the Auditor General to conduct and prepare human resource audits of offices in public services. This will ensure compliance with the constitutional provisions on values as established by our Constitution relating to treatment of minorities, gender, youth, people with disabilities, and ethnic and regional minorities. This proposed amendment is seeking to address the challenge by ensuring that regular audits are undertaken to ascertain compliance by institutions. So we're not just putting an additional function that I explained earlier, but we are establishing a directorate that, with a head that now will be in charge of that particular audit, making sure that every Kenyan has a chance to work in public offices, Honorable Chair.
Honorable members, I see Honorable Dr. Makali, you want to say something on this? Before the Honorable Dr. Makali, I now propose the question that clause 6A be now read a second time. Honorable Dr. Makali, you may proceed.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chair, I really want to appreciate this new clause. The earlier amendment was to create a human resource function in this audit office. Now that we have created that function, it is important that we have a directorate which will carry out that function. And that's why this clause becomes very important, Honorable Chairperson. And Honorable Chair, basically, what will happen is now we are defining the functions of that directorate. And it's important when I listen to the mover, giving the details, it is coming out very clearly that we have put into consideration the constitutional provisions in terms of ensuring that the minority, the disabled, and the marginalized groups in this country are part and parcel of our public service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chairperson, this country has suffered a number of challenges because of the human resource function, where you realize that at times when we get these reports from the ministries, these be not independent reports coming to the House, I always suspect there could be manipulation just not to give us the right picture or the clear picture of what is happening. So when this will now be done by the Auditor General as an office, we are sure that now we'll be getting the right and correct information for purposes of ensuring we make the right decisions. So I do support this new clause, Honorable Chairperson, and I really want to thank the Chair, Committee of Finance, for this important new clause. I submit.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, I put the question that new clause 6A be now read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now propose the question that new clause 6A be part of the bill. I will go ahead and put the question. Honorable members, I put the question that new clause 6A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I put the question that new clause 6A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 11A.
Honorable members, I propose the question that... Honorable members, I take that again. Honorable members, I now would like to call the mover to move second reading.
Clause?
Chairman, clause 11A.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 11A be now read a second time, that the bill is amended by inserting the following new clause immediately after clause 11, which is 11A. The Principal Act is amended by repealing section 12 of the Act. Honorable Chair, this section 12 of the Public Audit Act was providing for having an Auditor General in an acting capacity. However, Honorable Chair, the case of Transparency International, TI versus the Attorney General and two others in 2018, petition number 388 of 2016, they found that particular clause to be unconstitutional. You cannot have someone in the office of the Auditor General serve in an acting capacity. And this, Honorable Chair, was envisioned in the event where I think during the time of FCP Oko, or around that time, where the public service took a very long time before appointing a new Auditor General. And then the thinking then was maybe there is need to have someone act, in the absence of appointing in the absence of an Auditor General. But however, Honorable Chair, having listened to all the stakeholders, because the term of the Auditor General has a constitutional timeline, it is actually possible to predict when that time is coming to an end and start the recruitment process of an Auditor General on time, so that when the term of the serving officer, before it's ending, then a new Auditor General will be in place almost immediately. And therefore, that is why we are providing for repealing of this Section 12.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, I propose the question that new clause 11A be now read a second time. I do not see your interest through intervention. Honorable Dr. Nyikal, please proceed.
Madam Chair, I actually like to support this, but I would just probably inquire a little more from the mover. Does this apply to all independent constitutional officers? Because it does appear like that actually is the basis of what that case was all about. Just for my information, but I support the amendment.
Chair, you may respond to the Honorable Dr. Nyikal whether this is giving a transition.
I think if I got the question right by Dr. Nyikal, this particular provision only relates to the Auditor General, where now the current act, the current law was providing for having an Auditor General appointed in an acting capacity. And that is what, when these people, Transparency International, went to court, this is when now the High Court declared that to be unconstitutional. And therefore now what we're doing is now repealing that Section 12 so that we do not have an Auditor General in an acting capacity. Because even when the Constitution created the office of the Auditor General, it was not envisioned that the dependence of such a great office would be someone appointed in an acting capacity.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable members, I now put the question that new clause 11A be now read a second time. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that new clause 11A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that new clause 11A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 12A.
Honorable members, I would like to call the mover.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 12A be now read a second time, that the bill be amended by inserting the following new clause immediately after clause 12, which is that 12A, the Principal Act is amended by repealing Section 18 of this Act. In the case that I referred to, Honorable Chair, the Transparency International versus Attorney General and two others, petition number 388 of 2016, the High Court held that Section 18 of the Public Audit Act providing for secondment of officers was unconstitutional. The court had stated that secondment of staff and the terms of Section 18 of the Public Audit Act would be improper, as it would lead to familiarity, it would undermine the independence of individual staff and interfere with the institutional independence. And therefore, the section was declared unconstitutional. So we're saying that because of the nature of the need for independence of the officers serving in the office of the Auditor General, it is important that such officers should not be on secondment, that they should be employed to serve under the office of the Auditor General and not seconded from other areas, Honorable Chair. And maybe to give an example, it's maybe to imagine an accountant, say, who has served for many years at National Treasury, being now seconded to office of the Auditor General. There would be a general feel for other staff to feel that, are you loyal to the office of the Auditor General or from where you came from? And therefore, there is now need to remove that secondment of officers to the office of the Auditor General.
Yes, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, first. Honorable members, before we go to the Honorable Millie Mabona, let me propose a question Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that new clause 12A be now read a second time. Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wish to support that proposed amendment, and I want to say that I agree with the court. Chair, this is something that I've actually raised a lot of times before this House, and I brought many amendments in relation to secondments to independent institutions, but also the issue of in cases where in offices where we have vetted people, or where Parliament, they get parliamentary vetting, and then we provide in the law that those people can then second, or I'm trying to get the second word, I don't know which word. I'm always bringing an amendment, which is then bringing people through the back door in independent institutions. So I wish to support that amendment and agree with the court.
Thank you very much, Dr. Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I also want to support this amendment, and more so on the basis of the independence of the Auditor General, where it is important that that separation of power is, this being a constitutional office, I think it's important that we get officers who are loyal to this institution. But also it is important also to note, Honorable Chair, that at times the Auditor General gets external resources persons in form of consultants for either short-term assignment. I would want to hear from the chairman whether that position is still obtained, or will it be doing away with that position where you could have a short-term consultancy, somebody coming on board to do just short-term assignment for the Auditor General and then disappear. Because as a budget committee, this is a matter we've been actually supporting, where the Auditor General may not have the right capacity, but that requires extra personnel who can be contracted on a short-term basis. I would like to hear whether that position is still obtains. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Before you respond to the Honorable Dr. Makali, I would like to give a chance to the Honorable Njeri Maina, member for Kirinyaga County.
Chair, thank you. I'd like to support that amendment because I think it is important to protect the integrity of the Office of the Auditor General. And what you find oftentimes with these secondments is that because sometimes you find that people actually find a way through the back door because they want to escape from the core mandate perhaps in their main line of duty. So it is very important, but we also need to factor in where outsourcing is required. Then perhaps we need to be clear on what will happen in regard to that, because there might be a shortage of perhaps maybe any specific skilled advice that is required, that the Auditor General's office may not have the capacity to hire in-house support.
Thank you, Chairman. Finance, you may respond to Dr. Makali Mulu.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, if you check, that's a very valid point raised by honorable members. If you check now in our next clause, I'll be moving a further amendment, a new clause 15A. And if you read on the bill, clause 15 is talking about the section 21 of the Act is amended in subsection 1 in the opening statement by deleting the words a public body or any person employed in a public body and substituting therefore the words any entity or any person receiving or being funded from public funds, and 2 by deleting the words bodies and substituting therefore with the words entities. And then B by deleting subsection 3 where the information required is from a private entity or person, the Auditor General may apply to the courts to obtain such information. Anyway, this clause 15 of the bill is providing for authority to the Office of the Auditor General to be able to outsource. Okay, so you'll find that in the next amendment, but maybe now that I can just discuss it here. But we are also further amending that and saying that this outsourcing must be done competitively through the procurement laws, so that we don't also have the Office of the Auditor General picking anybody to assist in the name of outsourcing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Honorable members, I put the question that new clause 12A be now read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that new clause 12A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 12A be part, that new clause 12A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 15A.
Mover.
Honorable Chair, I propose that new clause 15A be now read a second time, that the bill be amended by inserting the following new clause immediately after clause 15. That is 15A, that section 23 of the Principal Act is amended by inserting the words competitively immediately after the words the Auditor General may. And this is why I was explaining, we are providing the Auditor General with the powers to outsource particular services that may not be available to the office of with the current human resource. But we are saying that where that outsourcing is done, it must be done competitively within our procurement laws.
Thank you, Chairman Finance. Honorable members, I propose the question that new clause 15A be now read a second time. Let me start with the Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Chair, I wish to state that I support and thank the Chairman of Finance Committee for bringing that amendment. Chair, I'm very glad that finally, it had to take the court to take us that direction. I'm always bringing amendments on this issue from a governance perspective because one of the things I do in this House is to mainstream certain issues, what I call cross-cutting issues, which is governance, human rights, rule of law, gender, and issues of inclusion. And Madam Speaker, one of the things that I always include is just exactly the word that he says, competitively, because competitiveness makes it really conforms with governance standards. And the other one that I hope that he can be using more frequently is open. It's open and competitive. But also the fact that instead of actually the word I was looking for is co-opting. Because what people do is also co-opt. Co-option in a body that is either independent or that has passed by parliament is actually bringing people through the back door. And so the only way that you can actually make sure that is done properly is by hiring consultants for a short time. That is acceptable in governance standards. And I'm hoping that going forward, I wish my majority leader was here so that he listens, because sometimes when I bring that, they think when you bring, Madam Chair, when you bring an amendment to say competitive or bring an amendment to say open, people think, why are you bringing an amendment on two useless words? But open and competitive are very powerful words in governance. I support.
Thank you, Dr. Makali Molo.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I also want to support this amendment where we are bringing in the issue of competitive outsourcing. It is very important that we allow outsourcing in the Office of the Auditor General. Honorable Chairperson realizes that at times, and more so when the Auditor General is conducting forensic audit, they may require some specialized expertise, which is not in-house. And at the same time, you realize that getting such expertise on a permanent basis becomes very tricky. So that when we allow this competitive outsourcing, the Auditor General can once in a while get such a specialized person coming on board, doing a short-term assignment, giving them the report, and then going back to their normal assignments. In that case, then we will be making this office more effective in terms of delivery. And the more effective this office is, the more effective the Parliament will be in terms of oversight through our watchdog committees. So I support, Honourable Chairperson.
Thank you. I guess, Dr. Nyikal, your interest is not in this. Honourable members, I now put the question that new clause 15A be now read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that new clause 15A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that new clause 15A be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 29A.
Mover?
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 29A be now read a second time, that the bill be amended by inserting the following new clause immediately after clause 29, that is 29A. The Principal Act is amended by repealing section 40. So what section 40 of the Public Audit Act was providing for restriction of audit of national security organs. So what that law was saying is limiting the powers of the Auditor General to audit security organs. And again, the Transparency International versus Attorney General and two others, petition number 388, declare that particular section unconstitutional. And therefore, this is to enhance that, to make sure that no public funds in this country will be, let me say that again, every public fund in this country will be subject to audit by the Office of the Auditor General. Because now what the law was trying to do was protect particular entities from the scrutiny of the Office of the Auditor General. And you can imagine the danger to that, saying that particular funds of a particular budget, for the disguise that they are for security reasons, are not subject to audit by the Auditor General. So we're now repealing that section 40 through this new paragraph 29A by making sure that all public funds in the Republic of Kenya are subject to scrutiny by the Office of the Auditor General, including that of security organs.
Thank you. I propose the question that new clause 29A be now read a second time. Honorable Dr. Nyikal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I really support this. I think this is a loophole. This is going to close a loophole that I believe, and many of us believe, has actually been used, where you can even get public funds actually being used in political purposes, and you can never know. I've sometimes wondered, when you see huge sums of money being spent by people who are close to government, and you wonder, how does this money leave government process? What procurement process will release this kind of money? And I've always thought, maybe wrongly, that a loophole like this can be used, and therefore to get this that now puts everybody to be audited, I think is a good, and I support it.
The Honorable John Gitonga, member for Manyata.
Thank you, Chair, and I also welcome this amendment in consideration of the significant amount of resources that goes to our security organs. And, Speaker, such resources cannot go without audit queries, especially from the Auditor General. And this amendment is going to ensure that at least we don't have misuse of resources in the guise of being used in security. So I rise and I support this amendment.
Dr. Makali Molu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, I want to say this amendment has made my day. It is an excellent amendment. You know, Honorable Chairperson, in this country, the money we appropriate for security sector is such a huge amount that for that amount to go unhaunted, it doesn't make sense. I want to share experiences from some of the developed countries. During the 12th Parliament, Honorable Speaker, I was a member of the National Administration Committee, the National Security and Administration Committee, and we had a chance to visit Israel. And what we discovered in Israel is that confidential vote and security vote are audited. But normally what happens, I wish the chair was listening to me, because I would be posing a question.
Actually, the chair is listening.
I think Kashir is engaging him very high. So I was saying, Honorable Chairperson, that I had a chance to visit Israel one time, and we had gone as a security committee. And we were looking at how do they handle their confidential vote and security budget. And what came out from that visit is that what they do every year, and I do hope you have factored that into your amendment, is that if it is the Auditor General you are proposing, there will be vetted officers who have been vetted by the system, the NIS and all that, to make sure that they can keep the level of confidentiality expected. So in that case, that Once you get the vetted officers in the Auditor General's office, then those officers can access any information. Could it be military? Could it be confidential fault? And in that case, then those vetted officers will be able to come to the Public Accounts Committee not in an open session, and then report to the Public Accounts Committee and give assurance to the House that things are happening right. If we go that direction, Finance Chair, I can tell you this country is rich enough to meet most of our obligations. I support Honorable Chairperson.
Honorable Njeri Maina, last one.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay.
Allow me to support this amendment. It is welcome because in the 2024-2025 budget plan, the security sector has been allocated a whopping 377 billion. It is important and imperative, Honorable Chair, for prudent use of public resources when we are struggling with debt, when over 60% of our revenue goes to debt allocation, that the monies, quote unquote, termed as a confidential vote set aside for the security sector is now audited so that it is no longer shrouded in mystery as to how it is being spent. Honorable Chair, it is a welcome amendment from the very able Chair of the Finance Committee.
Thank you. The last one, then Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
I encourage you to make the comments short, bearing in mind that this is the Committee of the Whole House.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I wish to state that I support this amendment. I know that there are many people who may not be very happy with this amendment, but sometimes, you know, especially for democracies that are small like ours, you need to take very brave steps. And Madam Speaker, because I've served both in the Budget Committee until yesterday, and now still serve in Defense that also oversights intelligence. And Madam Speaker, I know that it was well intended when this was, the security money was ring-fenced against audit. But Madam Speaker, this is one area that has potential for misuse. And Madam Speaker, again, going by the same thing that I talked about governance, that it actually endears the country towards governance. And I think what Honorable Makali Mulu has said is perhaps the way to go to ensure that you have specific officers that are vetted to take that. But Madam Chair, in completing, I just wanted to say that there's something that I observed which is nice. That Honorable Njeri is in the House. She's not just outside giving pastors a run for their money, but she's in the House and now also distracting the Chairman of Finance.
I guess part of that was banter and canter. So, honorable members, I'll now put the question that new clause 29A be read a second time. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I propose the question that new clause 29A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? I now put the question that new clause 29A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 30A.
I now call upon the mover to move second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 30A be now read a second time, that the bill be amended by inserting the following new clause immediately after clause 30. That is 30A, that the Principal Act is amended by repealing section 42. So section 42 of the current Public Audit Act was gagging the Office of the Officer General from questioning government policy objectives. And again, the petition in Transparency International versus Attorney General petition number 388 found this to be unconstitutional. And therefore, we are proposing that that particular section be repealed. Honorable Chair, I think this demonstrates that actually the public audit bill is a very, very good bill that's going to add more powers to the office of the Auditor General and give her more functions, like for example, even now that not gagging her from questioning government objectives like it's currently provided for in the law, like the earlier discussion that you've had about even giving them power to audit security organs, Honorable Chair. And maybe what Dr. Makari Mulu was raising, I was thinking about it, where Dr. Makari Mulu is saying that perhaps we need to provide it in law that those officers who go to vet, to audit those security agencies probably need to be vetted by NIS and all that. But I'm thinking, Honorable Chair, that would be too administrative for us to say that in law. And they would expect that officers that will be assigned such a particular mission will have to be very experienced and senior officers, and there is nothing that will stop the Auditor General from sending a list of those officers to the intelligence and having them vet to make sure that they handle those matters with confidentiality. So I think that would be administratively handled through the office, and it doesn't really have to come through an amendment in the law. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. Honorable members, I propose the question that new clause 30A be now read a second time. Honorable Tindi Mwale.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm here. Thank you. I want to support the amendment because you will find out that the experience and the role of the Office of the Auditor General, sometimes it has a lot of insight on what government is supposed to do to improve on the efficiency of service delivery, and therefore the issue of allowing the Office of the Auditor General to comment on policy objectives is vital in improving government reforms and also service delivery to the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support policy informs the law. And if we say that you can, audit what is as a consequence of the law, but you can't look at the policy. Sometimes a defective policy is what causes a problem, and therefore I really do support that amendment.
Thank you. Honorable John Gitonga, member for Manyata.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also rise to support the amendment. Honorable Speaker, policy directives by government determines where resources are normally placed during budget making process. Honorable Speaker, when the Auditor General can't question the government on how they are going to handle policy and the effectiveness and the prudency of the resources to be put in those policies, Honorable Speaker, then we are actually, as the chair said, gagging the Auditor General. Honorable Speaker, I would like this House to actually be a House that protects the right of ensuring that the Auditor General has all the powers that be to ensure that she does work well and ensure that she is able to actually give the directives when it comes to prudence in government. Honorable Speaker, we cannot be a House that actually provides alternative when it comes to use of resources. And Honorable Speaker, I differ with many of the members that spoke earlier, was saying that when the Auditor General speaks and somebody feels there is misinformation, it is just right.
Honorable Gitonga, I will encourage you to just focus on this amendment instead of debating.
It is related.
So if you can take like half a minute to conclude.
Yes, thank you, Chair.
I'm sure you'll get a chance to go the direction that you want to go.
Okay.
Another opportunity.
Okay, Chair, let me finish what I was saying, that we actually need to be the House that protects completely the voice of the Auditor General and ensure that government is kept on check. We are supposed to be the people who actually motivates the checks and not the people that says we need to have them gagged. Honorable Speaker, I support.
Honorable Omboko Milemba, member for Emuhaya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm very happy because a few minutes ago, when the Substantive Speaker was here, it was looking like this law is a law that is going to shorten, demean, make the powers of the Auditor General much more narrow. But I now see the opposite. I've been following this throughout. And all the amendments, like the ones Millie has been commenting on, and Adam Smith there, and every other member, Jerry here, are all expanding the scope of the Auditor General. I'm even very happy that now he's allowed to question policy in government. And the Auditor General should be our friend. He should help us do this work. So unlike what was being circulated around, that this law is actually curtailing the space of the Auditor General, the opposite is sufficing. I support.
Thank you very much, members. Very interesting to note that the amendments that have been raised by the Finance Committee are really enhancing the work that is done by the Auditor General, clearly as opposed to what was being indicated out there. So, honorable members, I would like to put the question that clause 30A be now read a second time. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question that clause 30A, I propose the question that clause 30A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 30, new clause 30A be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. No amendment, so I put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. No amendment, so I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover, I would like you to call upon you to move reporting.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the county government's revenue-raising process bill, National Assembly Bill number 11 of 2023, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Thank you very much, Chair. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? As many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Thank you very much, members.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
The world of governance is vast and can be alien to the ordinary man on the street. Critical issues are going to be discussed. From white papers to policy positions, it is easier to get lost in the labyrinth of words.
Inside Government takes you to key global metropolis where critical decisions are made and where policies are crafted.
We interview policymakers and senior government officials to highlight and enumerate government policies and projects. We take a deep dive into the underbelly of complex red tape to demystify policies across the country, across the world. Join me, O'Brien Kimani, on Inside Government, only on KBC Channel 1.
We were going to tell you. We were drunk that day.
Damn you, Liang Shanshan. Don't show off your love around me. At least, give me some time to get used to it.
They got together. Huh? They're dating. Keep quiet. Just wearing the headphones. She won't hear us. You think it's true? Of course it's true.
And if I hadn't asked? If I didn't find out, did you plan to keep it from me forever?